Hello, welcome to part 34 of Let's Play Pokemon Pearl. And you join me as we just defeated these two people. And yeah, we're getting very close to the big galactic climax, which sounds disgusting, but it's not. It's cool. So yeah, since the last part, Owl comes to help us out to do the double battle, and then he heals our Pokemon, which is very handy. And I'm not gonna lie, that looks damn cool. Fantastic, beautiful, sure. So I guess that's his new galaxy, and what, he's just gonna stretch it and destroy the other one, or something? I still don't know his plan. It's still very vague. So here to save the day are those three Pokemon. Pretty much he needed to use those three Pokemon to get the red... what was it? Red belt, or whatever the hell it was. And then use those to, you know, summon that Pokemon, but for some reason those three Pokemon return. Red chain! I knew it wasn't the red belt. So yeah, this is pretty confusing. It's not that confusing. It's pretty much the storyline of Pokemon the Movie 2, if you ever seen that. Well, I think because like the other three Pokemon show up to kind of stop the universe being destroyed, and they did something. They don't actually show what they do, apart from just showing up and being like, hey, don't do that, guys! Let's not destroy the universe, let's be cool. Just be cool. So yeah, I was very worried going into this battle. I'm not going to lie, I actually did look up what his Pokemon were going to be online, just because I had a feeling that if that double battle had that high level Pokemon, what the hell Pokemon was this guy going to have? I was quite worried. So yeah, most of this part is going to be this battle, because I did speed it up a bit because it did go on for quite a long time, but I thought, you know, it's probably worth having this battle here. So yeah, this is the full form of Morok. Pretty much he has the same team as he did before, but with one extra addition, and all the Pokemon being a lot better than they were. This is a pretty tough battle. So I had Bigger Bird out first. You don't actually get a chance to switch out, so be sure to pick who you want to pick. So yeah, with Owl healing up all our Pokemon, that's going to come in very handy. That's going to be very, very handy. So yeah, Bigger Bird just used Fly a couple of times, didn't really have any problems there, which is I was very happy about. Bigger Bird's attack is just so high that it can take down most things, which is awesome. So yeah, then he sends out a Weavile, I think that's how you say it, which is the evolved form of Sneasel. And yeah, I decided to send out Frosty Bush because I didn't really need it elsewhere, and I felt this would probably be the best time to send out. Turns out I think this is his best Pokemon, level 48. So I was 9 levels lower than it, and it knew X-Scissor, and one of Frosty Bush's weaknesses is Bug Pokemon, so it just goes down straight away. This really was very pointless. Although it does, because Frosty Bush was out, it summoned Hail. So now Hail is going to be here throughout this battle. Hail doesn't go away. Once it's there, it stays there. So yeah, my Pokemon are going to get hurt every single time, but so is his. So yeah, I knew this was Dark Ice type, because I already fought it before, or fought its first form before at the old gym. So I sent out Gandhi and used a high jump kick, because I thought it probably would take it out in one. Gandhi has pretty decent attack, and it has a fist plate, and high jump kick is a really good move, so yeah, that I took out in one, luckily. So yeah, Gary's going to send out a Crobat, which is actually the first time we've seen a Crobat in this whole game, which is kind of weird. It's quite late on to see one, especially the amount of Golbats we've seen and Zubats. So yeah, Crobat is the evolved form of Golbat, just in case you don't know. So it's going to pretty much have the same attacks as Golbat, and you can probably use the same strategy. It's why I sent out Plug Switch, and oh my god, this was very annoying to play, because it just used Confuse Ray straight away. And I should have won this battle easily. After those after those first two Pokemon, taking them out in like 1 or 2 hits, I wasn't too worried. And I should have just won this, but due to bad luck for me and just stuff, you know, just stuff. So yeah, I hit Crobat with a Thunderbolt because I knew it was going to be super effective, because it's part flying, and it does a ton of damage. I mean, look at that damage, that's really, really good. And hail still continues to fall, which is going to damage both of us. So look, it's so low down, and guess what's going to happen now, kids? Yep, he used the full restore, so I'm straight back to square one already. Then I used Thunder Fang, which I was really hoping it would get paralysed. That's pretty much why I used Thunder Fang over Thunderbolt, because I was just really hoping it would be paralysed, because it would just kind of help me out, you know, a little bit. So yeah, Crobat's pretty much back down to the health that it was before, but Plug Switch has lost so much health. And look, that damn Confuse Ray! I hate Confuse Ray, it just really is annoying, you know? It's not so bad in smaller battles, but when you have a big battle like this, that if you die, you'll have to start all over again, it's just so annoying. Especially how Plug Switch just hits itself every single time. It's just, it's just irritating, you know? See, Plug Switch is now down to 30 health. So I was like, well, I need Plug Switch. I need Plug Switch to take out this Crobat because I don't really have anything else. Well, I probably do have something else that would be super effective, but it would just be a lot easier. So I used my one max potion I had on Plug Switch. Then he hits me with an Air Slash, so that wouldn't have taken me out at all. But maybe, I think with the hail combined, I would have been like dead or very close to dead. So I kind of had to bring Plug Switch back to full health. So yeah, I'm going to go for probably a Thunder Fang or a Thunderbolt now. It uses Bite, and Plug Switch is still confused, and luckily it uses Thunderbolt, but still it's kind of annoying. It probably would have been a better idea not to use Plug Switch for this Crobat, maybe use something else, but like I said, I don't really have anything else, so if it wasn't Plug Switch, it was just nobody. So that's kind of a shame. So your Plug Switch is back to, you know, 71 health. I really did need it to be full health for this bit. And you're going to see why. His last Pokemon is Gyarados, which he didn't have last time, and it's level 45, so it's a pretty damn good level, really. And it, you know, it intimidates Plug Switch, so I kind of had to hope at this point. I wasn't too worried, but it hits me with an Ice Fang, which is a pretty good move, and Plug Switch is still confused. That's what I have to say to that. Like, what the hell? What is that? Why is she still confused? Plug Switch shouldn't be confused still. It's so ridiculous. Because if I hit it with a Thunderbolt, then this whole battle would have ended very quickly. But no, of course the game hates me, and it was still confused. I thought the whole point in confusion and stuff like that is that once you get down to a certain health, you'll snap out of it automatically, you know? And I've seen that happen many times, but Plug Switch was down to 37 health. Why didn't it snap out of confusion to help me out? I just don't get it. So yeah, I sent up Squirm, not because I thought it would have a decent chance, but just as death fodder, because I needed Plug Switch alive. Just to make my life so much easier, I needed it alive. Because Gyarados, I thought it was Dragon and Water and Dragon type. It turns out that's wrong. It's actually Water and Flying type. So if that Thunderbolt would have hit, it probably would have killed it. Which is so annoying, because now I have to waste my time playing this battle, and you have to waste your time watching it. So now at this point it's just me trying to come back from this. But I don't know why Frosty Bush is still alive. Oh yeah, I know what I did. I think I actually brought back Frosty Bush because I believed it was Dragon type. And as you know, Ice is super effective against Dragon type. So I hit it with an Ice Shard thinking if it's super effective, and it's going to be really good. Unfortunately for me it wasn't, and then I got hit by Giga Impact, which I think Gyarados has to recharge after that. I don't think you can do that every time. Which I don't think I was aware of it at the time, maybe. So yeah, Frosty Bush is down again, so in comes Bigger Bird, which is very weak from its initial fight at the beginning. So I managed to lower its attack, which is fine I guess, but Bigger Bird is quite weak, so I used that as death fodder again to heal Plug Switch, just to make sure Plug Switch is alive. It was very stupid of me. I probably should have gone for a wing attack just to hit it, because it had to recharge, but I wasn't aware of that, so I couldn't do it. So Bigger Bird is pretty much guaranteed to die very soon, so I decided to go for the close combat. it probably would have been a much smarter idea to go for Fly, because it would have been able. Gyarados would have got hit a couple of times with the hail, and Bigger Bird would have got hit a couple of times with the hail as well, but it didn't really matter. Bigger Bird was on borrowed time anyway, so at this point it's just wearing Gyarados down with the hail. The hail came in really handy. It did so much damage to it. So yeah, our Plug Switch is actually alive, and it's not confused, thank Christ. But obviously the game hates me still and hates Plug Switch. I don't know what Luxray ever did to the game, but Gyarados attacks first because Plug Switch isn't actually that quick, and because it's 3 levels lower, Gyarados went first and took Plug Switch down straight away with an Earthquake. So if the smart people out there will probably realise I only now have Gandhi and Hot Fuzz. So I decided to send out Hot Fuzz, because if I sent out Gandhi and it died, like Gandhi was probably going to guarantee to die on its first turn anyway, so I could just use that as death fodder to revive another Pokemon. So yeah, it hits me with Earthquake, which I was really worried about. I was like so on edge about that Earthquake, because I was like, oh crap, Earthquake. That's gonna kill me? It could kill me. And it turns out it was super effective, but I guess Hot Fuzz has really good attack, or no, really good defense. So for whatever reason, I only did like half health, and Hot Fuzz managed to take it, hit it with Surf, lower its health, and then the hail finished it off. God bless that hail. That hail came in so handy. Oh, I guess he does have a name. Chrysius, or however you're meant to say that. It's a ridiculous name for a ridiculous man. So yeah, with that done, that's Team Galactic finished off. That's the final boss battle, as you can tell, because it was pretty damn tough. Yeah, see you later. See you later, mate. I have no idea what his deal was. I don't know why, well, I don't know where he goes. He just kind of disappears in classic Pokemon fashion. Yeah, it was pretty tough, Professor, I won't lie. It was pretty, I'm glad you were here to help. I think Ow actually, the whole point that Ow went down, yeah. Ow said that Ow ran off to go and warn these two, and they took their sweet damn time, and I have no idea what the Professor was going to do. And yet the Pokemon's still here, like awkwardly in the background, just, hi, while you two are battling, could we... I'm not meant to be in this dimension, guys. I mean, come on. So yeah, this is the battle against the legendary Pokemon that you have to do, which is pretty cool. Now you can either just take it out and just fight it and just kill it, and I think it's part water, part dragon type, so keep that in mind. Or you can do what I did and use a Master Ball, just because I didn't really want to waste your time, the viewers, and I didn't really have a strategy in mind. And my Pokemon were really weak from that other battle. I only had Hot Fuzz at half health and then Gandhi at low health, so yeah, your third option is to fight it and to actually catch it normally, which a lot of people would actually recommend, because they say that this legendary Pokemon isn't the hardest to catch, and it's actually quite easy compared to a couple of others. So if you want to catch every legendary Pokemon, don't use your Master Ball then. This is what I read. I don't really care about legendary Pokemon, but you know, just so you know. So yeah, I caught that Pokemon, so we're now gonna get the hell out of here. And it seems weird that your character goes off screen. Kinda implies that it's the end. But yeah, we defeat Team Galactic, so I will see you next time. Goodbye.